Do you ever feel like you can't be a human? Now, to some of you that will sound really strange, but to some of you I feel like that will you'll know exactly what I mean, just off the bat. You know, recently I found that I don't know what it is or where it necessarily comes from or why it's manifesting itself now. But being someone who's always been introverted in essence, and I've basically learned how to be extroverted. It's something I've learned to do. I think I always had the capacity for it, but I just had to figure it out as I got older. And it's served me well, I think, and it's been a lot of fun. But deep down, I am an introvert, and I have an incredible instinct for isolation, and I've always considered myself, when push comes to shove, I'm a bit of a loner. And as I say, recently I found that, I can't seem to do that human thing of chatting and asking questions and answering questions and yada yada yada, normally I would want to do that, and I would want to connect, and I would understand, which I still understand, but I would understand that, okay, if you want a deep connection with someone, it has to start off as quite a surface level thing, and then it has to build from there. You have to do a lot of work to kind of move towards a place where you're very comfortable with that person and that you have a really deep connection. But recently, I've just been on quite a profound level, I almost don't give a fuck anymore about that. And maybe for a while it was well, I still want a deep connection, so and I kind of held on to that. But I don't know, in the last few days it's really felt like I don't even know if I want that. I don't know what I want, which is quite a classic thing, I understand. But on a social level, I feel like I've never had this before in my life, where I've had no goal socially and I've had no desire for socializing. That's pretty new for me. I'd have to go back until I don't even remember how young, maybe 8 or 9, where I last kind of really had that. But then again, I don't even really remember that, certainly in my teenage years, in the last decade, I've craved connection and viscerally desired it, and earnestly, diligently, sometimes obsessively pursued it, and added to myself, in difficult situations to learn, to grow, to develop. Wait, I'm just checking this is filming. Yeah, good. Sometimes I do that. I'll get on a roll and then it will I've accidentally hit the stop record button. And that's pretty much defined who I've been for the last 10 years of my life. It's been someone who's become, I wouldn't say expert, because I don't know how you would quantify it, but become very proficient at kind of lots of different forms of interaction and social interaction and with people, and that's always been very pertinent in my personal motivation, in the landscape of my being. And psychologically it's been very intense, very enjoyable, sometimes it's difficult, but always, I've always been very diligent and wanted it so much that the setbacks have never really deterred me until now, it seems. And I think it's something which has been growing for the last few months. You know, well, it's been growing my whole life really, maybe, but certainly in this form, it's been growing the last few months. And slowly at first, and then seemingly all at once, I've just sort of stopped wanting really anything. It's really weird. Lots of things that I would have said to myself even weeks ago that I would really want to do, just in my life, you know, short term and long term. You know, whether it's creative things, creative goals, creative career goals, social goals, relationship, romantic goals. I found myself, each one of them, each desire for each of those things has just faded to the point where it's on such a low level that I don't even hear it. I don't feel it. And I wonder if this is it's probably some sort of burnout, to be honest. You know, and I sort of, part of me expects it to you know, these desires to come back. And in a way I'm enjoying not having them, but it is a bit, I think, is perturbing the right word? Probably is. It's a bit perturbing. It's a bit discomforting. Because it's very new, you know. Normally I'm someone who wants loads of things, and then I kind of go out and really try and get them, and that's kind of been my life, really. Been defined by the pursuit of certain things, you know, the intense pursuit of certain things. And so now for me to just, you know, today I woke up at like 12:15, and I didn't care about that. I was just like, yeah, whatever, you know. Normally getting up that late really annoys me, and I'm like, oh, you've missed out. You could have gone and done this, you could have gone and done that, or you should have gone and done this or that. But today I was just like, part of me wished I would just slept the whole day, you know. Because, like, what am I going to do with my day, really? You know. And, yeah, it's very weird. You know. And, obviously I still want to do things because I'm making this video. And I wanted to make this video, I wanted to get this out. But, yeah, it's been a very weird time. I just haven't really wanted anything for a while. I don't remember the last time I was like, yeah, I really want to do that. Probably something small, like just playing football or something. You know. And for me, like, tennis has always been such a massive pleasure for me. But yeah, going back the last 10 years, I consistently crave tennis. I want to play tennis, you know. But the last few times I played, the last few weeks, it's just felt like a drag. It's felt, you know, the prospect of tennis for me is like, yeah, I don't know, maybe, you know. And even on Sunday, I've got a football match, and I sort of look ahead to that, and I'm like, I don't know what kind of energy state I'm going to turn up in, whether that's going to be the required level. You know, because then it's like, is it better that you just not go? And this relates to social situations particularly. You know, like I'll go to something, or I'll think about going to something. Well, you know, it always starts with an invite. Something's happening, you've been invited, and I kind of sit there and I'm like, you see, I want to go, in a sense. Or maybe, no, I think it will be good to go, is what I probably think. I don't often feel desire. I feel, okay, it's probably good to go and do that. Because otherwise you're just going to sit here and, you know, I don't know, wallow, or not even wallow, just, I don't even know what you'd call it. Potter about, loiter in your own home. And then you think, oh, I can tell what the social occasion is going to be. I can tell what it's going to be like. I can see it already. I'm already there in my mind. But then the other part of your brain goes, well, you obviously don't know what it's going to be like, and it's very kind of presumptuous to assume that you do know the accuracy of what that's going to feel like. So then you go, and then it's exactly as you thought it would be. And I know that there's an element of the self-fulfilling prophecy there. But I earnestly try when I'm there to kind of go, okay, you're in your head too much. Why don't you try and talk to someone? Why don't you try and make some jokes? Try and get out of this kind of state of mind, which is just swallowing you up. And then I try for ages to do that, and then it ends up just for one reason or another, it just doesn't happen, and I don't catch what I hope to catch. You know, obviously I'm vegan, so I don't fish, and I'm by a river, but I could use a fishing analogy here of, you know, you go to the river and you think, well, I might not catch anything today, but I'm gonna throw my hook in and see what happens, and maybe I'll catch something. And you kind of want to catch something, so that's why you go to the river. But with these last social interactions I've been in, or social events, I've thrown my hook out, even though I've kind of begrudgingly taken all the stuff to the river. I've gone to the river, put everything out, throw the hook in, and it's like nothing. I don't catch anything, and I sit there for hours just like in vain, essentially. And it's not even like I learn anything about myself doing that. You know, it just confirms for me what I already know. And then it makes it so much harder the next time that gets offered. You know, the next time the river comes calling. So yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. But I wanted to make a video just in case anyone else feels like that sometimes, or is going through that, or, you know, has any experiences to share, you know, because it would be nice to talk to people who have the same thing, but I don't seem to be meeting any of them here in my actual environment. And I've not met a lot of people like that in my life, and the people that I have met like that have become my best friends. So a handful of people. But yeah, people where I live don't seem to, I don't know. There's a few people that I speak to about this, and they, you know, they understand, but obviously they don't know like what to say. They don't go, okay, do this or do that. It's the perk of living near an airport. A reminder of the modern world. You know, they understand, obviously, and they care, and that's, I love that, and I'm so grateful for that. But, you know, it's sort of, you know, they don't have sort of any precise, obviously philosophical, because it's me, any precise philosophical sort of medicine, I suppose, because I feel like this is some sort of illness that, well, maybe illness is not the right word, it's some sort of issue that I feel is growing, and I don't know where it would lead, but you know, I'm sure that, you know, if it is just a case of burnout, then if I give myself enough rest, then, you know, these desires will come back, and if I don't put too much pressure on myself, don't have, you know, expectations for these things, just kind of go with it, and just, you know, obviously that's what I will do practically. I won't worry about it too much. Might be sad about it. I did cry about it last night, but, you know, just accept what, because, you know, I'm a big fan of that sort of way of living, of just, you know, accepting whatever you feel whenever you feel it, and, you know, just be there with it, be there with yourself, and don't suppress or repress things. You know, but yeah, it'll be nice to want things again, in a sort of a really motivating way. Because I think the only desires I have these days are sort of very basic, and they're very low level. Things are just like hunger and you know, desire to go outside, or to drink, or to shower. These sorts of very basic things, to get out of bed. Which I guess it's good that I still have those, but yeah, I'm someone who's very used to feeling a lot of intense desires a lot of the time. and that really motivates and drives me in my life. So to sort of not have that, and to not have that for some time, really, if I'm being honest. Like, I've been so busy the last few months with so many different things that I think I don't know, maybe just got lost at some point along the way. I just kind of got burnt out, but then I was still doing things because I thought, this is a good thing to do, this is a good thing to do, this is a good thing to do. None of it was like, I actually want to do that. It was all, no, this will benefit me. And like, I know I've done all those things, and it's like, I see the benefits, but I wonder, where did my desires go? Where did, you know, it's like you're having a massive party and these really important people are there, but they kind of run in the back, and then they quietly make their way out, and then it's only after a while that people notice, where have they gone? Like, weren't they here, like, when were they here? They were definitely here at 6, but then I don't remember them after that, and nobody knows when they went, or where they've gone. You think, will they come back? Have they just nipped to the shop, or have they actually properly gone home? Or have they gone to a better party? I love analogies. Bonkers. You know, it feels like that. It's like, when did this happen? You know, I wonder. But in a sense, it's not relevant, but maybe feels irrelevant. You know, but yeah, I thought I wanted to make a video about that. How long has this video been? 15 minutes. Wow. Probably should wrap it up now. But if you have any thoughts or feelings to share in the comments, please do. Be very grateful for that. You know, hopefully open up a dialogue. I mean, I don't have many people who sort of regularly follow my videos, but if you're there, I'd be very happy to hear from you, hear how you're doing, if you've got anything you want to share or ask. If you want me to do a video on anything in particular, I'm very happy to do that. It'd probably be good for me to get something like that going, because I think that'd be quite motivating. And you know, I'm always looking for ways to be helpful for others and to serve other people, and however I can, and you know, give of myself in a healthy way. So that would be great if anyone wanted to contribute anything. Because I think my ultimate goal for this channel is to be kind of communitarian. Is that a word? I think it is. Sounds like a word. To be communitarian, to be collaborative, to be very much a dialogue. You know, I want people to say things, then I respond, and then they respond, and you know, I want it to be that kind of back and forth. I don't want to just be like preaching from behind the camera and then that's it, not to talk to anyone about it and have everyone and to kind of ignore replies. Not that I get many nowadays, but you know, one hopes eventually that this channel will be big enough that there's a certain following of people. So you've got to start somewhere, I guess. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and don't be scared to comment. You know, I will reply. I'm a very free person at the moment. I'm finished with my year of uni, so I'm not going to be doing any sort of paid work for the next month. So I've got a lot of time free. So yeah, that's what I would say. And I will speak to you soon. And yeah, I don't know what else to say really. I'm very bad at saying goodbyes. But yeah, I'll leave you with a bit of a sound of the river, I guess, and then I'll just turn off the camera.